And welcome. Today we are going to review Metal Gear Solid 5. This is a stealth-oriented third-person shooter game where you follow the storyline and go on missions and kill stuff with your guns, that type of thing. So yeah, that's what the basic thing is. As I said, it is third-person and it's controller-based, made for console. So you have the crappy run-around controller movement. You have the third-person guy in your face all the time, so you get to look at his butt the whole game, type of a deal. I don't know what kind of people like that, but yeah, if they like looking at butts, I don't care. But yeah, I don't like third person in period. For shooting games, it doesn't make sense, and at least this isn't a multiplayer third person. That would be the ultimate worst thing you could do for a shooter game. But yeah. Even if it's just a solo game like this, third person is still not the way to go. I don't know why they're still making games like this. Period. I don't know why they're still using the old controller method for controlling your guy. Even if you have a controller, you shouldn't be using movements that involve around movements like this. You should be going back to the keyboard style and then import to the the controller after. That's the best way to go for more precise controls in any type of shooting game. If people have a choice, I'm pretty sure 100% of them, after using a keyboard and mouse, are going to want to use a keyboard and mouse for any type of shooting game for the actual the more precise controls, the faster movements, and all that kind of stuff. So you can really twitch out your controls and stuff like that. Versus a clunky controller which is based on speed movements and whatever things you gotta get used to that they do nowadays is just not the right way to go, in my opinion. If you're going to be serious about a shooting game, you don't do it in third person, and you don't use controller-based methods as your base controlling for the thing. So that is two major flaws right there in the setup of this game as it is. And of course, the third major flaw is having one save game file and checkpoint system. Why are people even bothering with this checkpoint system anymore? I do not know. There's other ways you can get around it sometimes. But even then, the checkpoint system, it saves it at the weirdest and stupidest times. Like if you kill your target versus, capturing them by accident, it saves it right there instead of having a checkpoint as, back farther in the game where actually, maybe you're on your horse or something like that and things like that. So you do have a horse. My horse is over there. I think I'm far enough away I can actually whistle him in and get him to come over here instead of running over there. But yeah, so you get a little buddy there with you, and right now you start off the game with a horse, and its controls are crappy too, just so you know. It's got slow and fast, and it does this, which makes it a pain. And when you want to get on and move, it's a pain to get to your actual orientation
extraction arrived
and stuff like that. So there's your slow, and then there's your fast. And if you want to try and go on a medium pace, you can't because it's got speed up. It's fast and slow, and then you try to do movements, and he's just not moving. I'm trying to get him to move where I want. He is just not moving. I wanted to go in there. The controls basically crap, as I say. Controller-based movement, controller-based horse. Yeah, it sucks. Is that a guy up there? It is. Look at that guy up there. What's he doing? So yeah, you can scan guys. They have stats and abilities because you can recruit everybody in this game to join you on your team. So your mission is basically you build up a huge army to take out the other guys, and you do this by capturing guys and doing missions and people, getting your fame up. So you get your fame up, you get better guys, more missions, and stuff like that. So you got your mother base, you got base facilities, you can sit there and upgrade. You have no control over doing this stuff. Hey, that was done, so I can start my Intel platform. Since I don't have one of those yet, I should build one. It's going to take some time to build. So you get to build your platforms, which allow you to have, get more guys, and you can manage your guys on what their skills are and send them off to the platforms that are best for them. If you build new ones, like I did there, type of a thing. And then the more guys you have, the more staff, the more research and development you can do, and that means the more weapons upgrades you're going to have that are going to be unlocked. And you can see this is a lot of stuff right here just for basically, this is like one style of gun, and then you upgrade that style of gun type of a deal, and research it and stuff like that. The more guys you have, the more research you're going to be able to do, and the better guys you get. And there's lots of weird things in this game, like a cardboard box. You can hide in your cardboard box and then do stuff, but yeah, I don't want to myself. You have a bionic arm which you can upgrade and get some different abilities on it. And it looks like there's a couple different abilities on there. I don't even know why they've got a medical ability on there. Improved damage resistance. Okay, that's kind of medical. That's not really medical. Good for them. I guess they're just going whatever. But yeah, there's a lot of crap in this game, type of a deal like that for managing that. But it's not it's not functional. Basically, it's not user controlled. Basically, it's basically you say you can build a base, but the base isn't really your base. It's just basically a big, huge oil platform, and it just builds it by itself, and you have no control over where things are. It doesn't matter where anything is, of course, because there's no functionality to it besides having more guys and more R&D type of a thing. It's basically a fancy way of doing something minor for minor upgrades. That's basically all it is. It's not really worth worrying about. Basically, it's not in depth enough for me to worry about, even though you can switch the guys around like that. So there's a lot you can do. It's just more dealing with the controls of trying to go through here and figure out where are they going to put which things where, like, you know, under the staff management, which buttons are going to be used to assign which guys to which place and where are they right now, type of a deal, that type of thing. So yeah, you know, it's just going to be a pain in the ass to try and deal with that kind of stuff for management, and there's no rewards for it because it's not really, they call it base building, but it's not your base. Basically, it's just a generic thing that you're doing for upgrades. You know, do the goals type of a deal. But for a third-person shooting game, it's still pretty nice. It looks good. The other problem is the over an hour-long introduction. You have to go through there and cutscenes, play for a little bit, cutscenes to try and follow the storyline along. And the storyline is basically garbage. And I wanted to do the whole story and get the feel for it and what this game is like, but it just became so boring and cliche and old that I couldn't stand it anymore, and I had to start skipping the cutscenes. So all that work they did and all the production value they did for the cutscenes was wasted effort if you have somebody who actually wants to see the cutscenes and go through it and get into the story, and they get fed up with it because it was just that slow and that old and boring type of a deal. It just wasn't worth it. They just wasted all their time on stuff when they could have been doing stuff like, you know, updating their controller system, upgrading their menu system so it actually works and has better functionality and wasn't something people slapped together on a whim, who had no organization controls whatsoever. Basically, you know, all the controls in here are all over the place for your options and stuff like that. Controls and manual, no. You want to go to options. Key assignments are way down here. Controller settings are up there. You know, different settings are all over the place. And their controls are all over the place. Management's all over the place. I don't know what they were thinking. It's like, it doesn't make logical sense on how they do most of these things whatsoever. Basically, it's just a pain in the butt. But that being said, if you're going to go for a nice stealth-based game, you want to do stealth missions for a little bit, yeah, you can play this game for a little bit. But I don't see this game, you know, playing it for like, you know, 12 hours or more type of a thing, because you can definitely play this game for like, you know, years because of all the stuff you can do and try and upgrade all your guys and your base for maximum efficiency for whatever reason to get the best upgraded gear and stuff like that. But it's still going to be at the end of the day, it's still going to be the same old stealth missions back and forth to do the same thing over and over again as you run around and do stuff. So we have that guy. He looks like he's facing in this direction here. This is just some little outpost, but I don't know if he's going to be a problem or not. Is he even looking? Okay, he can't see me now, but he's out by himself. So let's give you a demonstration. They do have some neat things like this right here. You can destroy their comms unit so they can't talk to each other as effectively, and then you can destroy their ability to actually, you know, summon more guys to help them out, because you don't want that. There's things that you can find that are basic like this right here. You can find materials for your base, for your upgrades and stuff like that. You can even find sheep and then get them and make them join your base. Like, you can make these guys join your base if you want. What was this guy's stats anyways? Yeah, he's E. He sucks. And then you can, like, you know, do this. And if you capture guys like this, you get the points. You saw that heroism points right there, but then you gotta make sure you hold the button to get them and question them, and then you gotta hold another button at the same time, and then you gotta hit the right buttons there to talk to them, and you get the limited options, which are gonna be the same every time you get your thing. And since I don't like this guy, I'm just gonna kill him. I don't want to bring another guy with just ease for my base. So he is out of commission, and I would really like to get the points and knock him out. But if I just knocked him out and left him there, he'd be back up again in like 5 minutes or so, and then he would just be screaming to the guards, radioing in, "Hey, there's somebody here, blah blah blah, watch out," type of a thing, and then you lose your points for that. So it's a lose-lose situation. You have to kill the guy, or you don't. Hey, there's a couple guys. patrolling down here.
Analysis complete.
C and D, no skill, and
Analysis
this guy's got a
complete.
skill and all E's. I don't think the all E's is worth the skill he has. Later on, I can get an upgrade to see what that skill is. So it's probably just going to take these guys out at the same time. But this is what the game is like. So yeah, overall, as I said, let's end this. A 5 out of 10. You see what this game is like. It's growing around. The chopper in your base is pretty wonky. All the different cutscenes when you come in there to see your puppy, it gets annoying. The puppy just keeps barking, doesn't shut up. You can't kick it when you want to. The funny part in your base is you can beat up your own guys that you send, and they like it. They get morale off of it, so that's kind of funny. You can just beat the crap out of them. Oh, I like your combat training, you're knocking me out type of a deal. And they have morale issues and stuff like that. And then eventually I think your base will get attacked by other guys. They'll come in there and attack your little base. So you want to port in some guns and stuff like that. You can bring them in there with that balloon system that they use. But I don't want to capture these guys. I don't want to keep these guys type of a deal. But this is the game. So thanks for watching. I hope you got a good feel for what this third-person style stealth-based game is like to go with. For we haven't seen the combat part of it, but the combat is like right here. And I think I still got my silencer still going, so we can come out here and maybe take these guys out nice and quietly. There's nobody around here. We can stealth them in the head. Oh, there we go. Missed him. There we go. And then, of course, you can move bodies around if you don't want people to notice that you killed guys on the road. Some other guys might come through here. But as long as you have some, your thing is good, your silencer is good. It doesn't last forever, unfortunately, so you can't keep being silent the whole time. You have like a half a clip or a full clip to use while you're silenced type of video in this game. But yeah, you can drop these guys off. And now they're out of the way, type of a thing. Won't be bugging anybody. I can go back to my mission to rescuing that guy over there. Is that a different prisoner? No, that's the guy I put in the trash. He stays unconscious at least if they're in the trash or the outhouse or whatever. But if they're not, they don't. You got daytime and nighttime, and in this game you got sandstorms and stuff like that. But that will be it for the review. Basic combat, you can get other bigger combat type of a deal, but this game doesn't reward it. It rewards you doing stuff. It rewards you with the stealth. So that is it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.